So hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to discuss a very famous problem which is called can convert to a palindrome or not. So as usual we'll first start with the first understanding the problem statement. We'll look at some sample cases in order to understand the input and the output format, and then finally we'll come up with the efficient code to get this problem solved. So the problem statement is we are given a string A which consists of only the lower case characters, and we need to check whether it is possible to make this string a palindrome after removing exactly one character from this. So if it is possible to make it a palindrome after removing exactly one character, we need to return 1, else we need to return 0. Okay, so the constraints are that the length of the string can range from length 3 to 10 to the power 5. So as we can see, we need to cover this in at max n log n or n, order of n. Okay, so these are the constraints. So for example, if the input string is a b c b a, okay, so output is 1. Why? Because as you can see, this is already a palindrome. So even if we remove one character exactly, which is c, it will still remain a palindrome. So that's why it is possible to make it a palindrome by removing exactly one character, which is 1. Let's come to the second case. So as the given string is a b e c b e a, so as you can see, a matches, e b doesn't match. So if we remove e from here, then b match, again e and c doesn't match. So as you can see, exactly one character is removed, but still it cannot be converted to a palindrome because we need to remove two characters from here, right? Either this e and this c, or this b and this c, and so on. Okay, so that's why we need to remove two characters from here to make it a palindrome, which is not possible by removing one character. So that's why here we return 1, here we return 0. So first I would ask you to just pause this video here and think of your own approach, and then you can have a look at how we solve this using a very efficient approach. So the thing you should be focusing on is the time complexity here, which is length of the string is up to 10 to the power 5. So you need to make sure that you solve it within order of n for the efficiency of the code. Okay, so we hope that you have paused it for a while, thought on your own, and then looking at the solution. So let's understand how to solve this. So basically, one thing you need to understand is, for a palindrome you need to check this end with this end character, right? Then only you can confirm whether the given string is palindrome or not. So each of the corresponding end characters should match, and you should be moving towards the center from both the directions. So this is the general logic. Whenever we are dealing with the palindromic strings, we need to move from both the ends towards a center, or towards each other. So this is also called as a two-pointer approach, which is another very famous approach that we are going to discuss in the upcoming lectures. Okay, so yeah, so first we compare this a with this a, that is the first element with the last element, and the second element with the second last element, and so on. And you can guess where we will be stopping. Okay, so you can pause and think for a while. So yeah, we will be pausing at the center, or whenever the left pointer crosses the right pointer. Okay, so this is the place where we stop, and our approach is very much similar to this logic. So let's first discuss that. So as we have discussed, we need to take two variables L and R, index to the left and the right side of the string, and initialize a variable mv equals to 1 to keep a track of the remaining number of moves. Okay, so first let's understand what are the variables L and R used for. So L is used to keep a track of the leftmost index, and R is used to keep a track of the rightmost index. Okay, so that's why it's called a two-pointer approach, because we make use of two pointers, L and R. Okay, so, or basically two indices. Now let's understand what we are using this mv variable for, which is initialized to 1. So let's come back to the problem statement. It states whether it is possible to make this string a palindrome after removing exactly one character from this. So after removing exactly one character means we need to keep a track whether we are how many characters are we removing. Okay, so that's why we have initialized mv equals to 1, which is the number of moves, or which is the number of moves that we are requiring to remove a particular character. So we have initialized it to 1. Okay, so each time check whether the character al is equal or not to the ar. Okay, so as I have already told you the concept, that we need to check this end character with the this end character, and so on, and we need to move in each other's direction. So that's why at each iteration of the loop we check al is equals to ar or not. So there are two conditions. They might be equal or they might not be equal. So let's handle both of those conditions. So if both the characters are same, then update each of the indices. Okay, so let's understand this. So as you can see, A is matching with A. So when both the characters match, it is means there is nothing to worry about a palindrome, because this is the property of a palindrome, that this character should be equivalent or equal to the character at the end. Then only the string would be palindrome, which is same from both the directions, right? So that's why if both are equal, you don't have to do anything, you just need to update the pointers. And how to update the pointers? By making left plus plus. Why left plus plus? Because we are moving from start to the end. That's why left pointer will be getting incremented, right? Because it will point from 0 index to the 1 index. And what about right pointer? Just pause it for a while and think on your own. Okay, so what will happen to the right pointer? We are moving towards the left, right, from the end. So that's why right pointer will be r minus minus. This is how we understand the two pointer approach. One pointer needs to be incremented because we are moving to the end, and one pointer needs to be decremented because we are moving to the start. So that's why it is called a two pointer approach, because we are moving in two opposite directions. So this you will understand better when we'll be writing the code for the same. And so yeah, we have handled the condition if both are same. Let's talk about what if both are different. So if both are different, check whether moving one step right or one step left will make it equal or not. If any of this works, decrement MV and move in the valid direction. Okay, so among all these steps, the step number 4 is the most important step for this algorithm. Now let's understand what I am talking about. So as you know that if the corresponding characters match, you just need to update both the pointers. So the left pointer will point here and the right pointer will point here. Again, both the characters match, left pointer and right pointer both will point to the same index. And yeah, we know that we have traversed the string and it is a palindrome. That's why we return 1. But what if this case? So A matches with A, you increment both. Now B and E doesn't match. So let's come to the algorithm. If both are different, check whether moving one step right or one step left will make it equal or not. So let's understand it once again. You are allowed to remove exactly one character. Okay, so whenever a character doesn't match, like in this case B doesn't match with E, you have one option to remove exactly one character. So suppose you remove E, or suppose you remove B. So how to understand this? So one way is to check the next character from both the direction. Let me help you understand this. So when B doesn't match with E, you can check B with the next towards E, or you can check this E with the next towards this B. Okay, so either you increment one in this way or either you increment one in this way. So that's why we are calling it one extra move, or one character removal, exactly, because character removal is same as incrementing in that direction, right? So suppose you remove this B, so then this E matches with this E, correct? Then we compare C and B. Now you can see again they don't match. But what is the value of MV now? MV has been made, let's come to the logic. MV has been made to 0. Why? Decrement MV whenever you are removing a character, because we are keeping MV equals to 1, making sure that we require only exactly one move or one removal of character, which is required in the problem statement, and then we move in the valid direction. If none of the above cases work or MV becomes less than 0, then return 0, stating it's impossible. Why when MV becomes less than 0 we state that it is impossible? Because as you can see here, MV was 0 when we moved in one direction, then again E and C doesn't match, so MV will become -1 because we need to remove one more character, and MV becomes -1 means we are removing two character, but we can remove exactly one character only. So that's why it is not possible by removing one character. We need to remove at least two characters to make it a palindrome. So this is the overall logic. And finally, if L becomes R, return 1, stating that it is possible. Why so? Because if MV has not become less than 0 at any point of time while traversing the entire string, then we are sure that yeah, L equals to R means both are pointing to the same character, like it happened in this case. Both L and R were pointing to this index 2, and that means that yeah, there was no problem throughout the string, and we have confirmed that exactly one character removal can make it a palindrome. So this is how the overall code works. Now let's come to the coding section where we'll try to understand this in a better manner. Okay, so first of all, let's take a sample string using which we can check the logic of a code. So string sample, or let's take temporary equals to let's take the first example, abcba. Okay, so it should return 1 because we can make it a palindrome by removing exactly one character. Okay, so let's check whether this works or not. And what we'll do is we'll call our own method in order to incorporate the functionality of the code. Okay, so we'll call it int answer equals to, let's call check if can make palindrome. Okay, this is just a very long method name, just for you to understand it better. Okay, and what we'll do, we'll just send the string here, that's it. And if answer equals to 1, that is when it returns 1, we'll call it yes, it is possible to make the string palindrome by removing exactly one character. Okay, and if it is not possible, so else will return 0, else answer would be 0, right? So here we'll write just this, copy paste, no, it is not possible to make the string palindrome by removing exactly one character. Okay, that's it. This is the sample, and now let's come to the actual method, which will check if it can be made palindrome or not. So palindrome, and it takes string as an input, let's call it s. Okay, now here we need to write the code or the logic for the program. So as discussed in the logic, we'll do these steps only. We'll first take two variables L and R, the logic for which I have already explained, that L is used to point to the leftmost characters and R to the rightmost characters. Okay, so int L equals to 0 because it is pointing to the first character. Similarly, pause it for a while and think what value will you initialize R with. Okay, so yeah, we hope that you have thought about it. R will be initialized to the last character, which is at the index n-1. Now before we use n, let's define what n is. So this is how you should code, right? You should first write what you need to do, then think of ways to get that variable. So here n refers to the length of the string. So now I understand, okay, I need to find the length of the string first. So what I'll do, int n equals to s dot size. Size is used to find the length of the string in C++. There are various ways, but size is something I prefer. Okay, and yeah, as discussed, let's take a variable mv equals to 1, which will keep a track of the number of errors or number of deletions that we have made to check whether it can be made palindrome or not. Okay, so now let's traverse this entire string. So while L is less than R, so this is a kind of loop which is mostly preferred while writing a two-pointer approach. Why L is less than R? Because when we are moving in both the direction, this as well as this, okay, so then L is less than R is the condition throughout which we can loop over the string. Once L crosses R or both crosses each other, we know that we have traversed the entire string and we can stop. So this is the terminating condition for a while loop here. So yeah, let's write the base conditions. If mv equals to 0, if mv equals to 0 means that you have already deleted one element. Okay, in that case we'll return 0 because now we have already deleted one element and still both the and still the string cannot be made palindrome. So that's why we return 0. Now let's check the remaining conditions. First of all, as I mentioned, check if both a of L and a of R are same or not. So let's write a of L, if a of L equals to a of R. Okay, so first of all, a is the string name in our case, so let's take it a, so that you can understand the algorithm better if we use the same variable names. Okay, so if a of L is equals to a of R, okay, so both the characters are same, then don't do anything, just update the pointers. Why? Because this matches with this, so there is no need to remove any character. We can just move ahead with the string. So just pause it for a while think how you will update both the indices L and R, and then you can resume with this video. Okay, so we hope that you have thought about it. So how will you update both the variables L and R? First of all, L plus plus, why? Because you need to move in the right direction with the pointer L, and R minus minus, why? Because you need to move in the left direction using the pointer R, that is to the beginning of the string. That's why R minus minus. Okay, now let's check the various conditions. So this is if both are equal. What could be the second condition? If both are not equal, right? So else if, so basically else condition would be both are not equal. In that case, we need to handle two conditions, that either this character matches with the next character towards right, or right character matches with the next character towards left. So you will better understand. We'll take some sample cases. Okay, so no need to worry, just have a look at what I am writing and you will understand it in a better manner. So L plus 1, then we'll discuss why I have written it so, equals to A of R. Then what do? We basically move right and MV minus minus. Okay, so let's understand why I am writing this. Suppose let's write multi-line characters, multi-line comments here. Okay, suppose the string S or A is A, B, what to do, A, B, and take B, A, so this matches E, B, C. Okay, suppose the input string is this. Okay, first of all, let's check what should be the output. So we can remove exactly one character. Let's check. A matches with A, no need to worry. E doesn't match with B, so either you can remove B or either you can remove E. So this is the case that we need to handle. Suppose if we remove B, so do you think it will become a palindrome? No, right? Because we have already removed one character, but still it is not a palindrome. So can we say that it cannot be made palindrome by removing exactly one character? Just pause it, think for a while, and you will get the answer. Okay, so yeah, so telling or saying that it cannot become this particular original string cannot become palindrome by removing exactly one character is wrong. Why? Because we have removed the incorrect character. We have removed B, and that's why it cannot be made palindrome. But what if we remove E? Now check. A, B, C, B, A. So this is a palindrome, and hence when the characters doesn't match, we need to be sure about which character should be removed. Okay, then only we can get to the final answer. Otherwise we'll just take a random guess which character to remove, and then we'll end up with the wrong answer. So when the characters doesn't match, E doesn't match with B, you need to be sure about which character to remove. How can we be sure about it? By just checking the next character towards both. So we are checking A of L with A of R plus 1. This is R, right? So A of R minus 1, this. If this matches with this, then we are sure that yeah, this character should be removed, this particular one, and hence we'll update R towards this. So just pause it for a while. It might not be that easy for you to understand in the first attempt, but yeah, you will definitely understand what I am talking about. So let's come to another string to handle the below case. String A equals to now A, E, B, C, B, A. Okay, now let's check. E doesn't match with B. Okay, so if we remove this, then again we are ending up with the wrong answer, because it can be made a palindrome, but as per us, by removing E, it cannot be made palindrome. So this condition, this that I have written, what is it doing? Suppose this is L, this E, and this B is R. The right pointer is pointing here and the left pointer is pointing here. Suppose if we check, A of L plus 1 equals to A of R. What is A of L plus 1? This, right? And what is A of R? This. So if both the match, what do? Just think for a while and you will definitely get this. When A of L plus 1 matches with A of R, this means that A of L should be removed, and hence we do L plus plus. That is, just ignore this character and move to the next character. That is removing A of L. It is same as removing A of L in like virtual manner, right? So that's why we do L++ and we do MV-. This is also a very important step. Why MV-? Because indirectly we have removed one character E. Okay, so this is the best that I can explain you. All you need to do is just pause it for a while and rethink about what the logic should be. Similarly, else if this doesn't match with this, let's check in the opposite direction. A of L equals to A of R-1. Think of this case. So let's segregate both of the cases so that it's easy for you to understand which case matches which string. So this else if case matches this part, and this string, the first string, matches this case. Okay, so this B doesn't match with E, but this B matches with R-1. So in that case, what we'll do, we'll move in R-, direction and we'll do MV-, because we have deleted one character. And finally, if none of these case matches, then we just do return 0. Why? Because we cannot, this doesn't match the next character, even this doesn't match the previous character. In that case, we will have to remove at least 2 characters to make it a palindrome, and that's why we directly return 0. And finally, if everything is sorted out, like if everything matches and we exit this loop by traversing the entire string, then we just check the value of MV. If MV is less than 0, then just return 0. Why? Because it is not possible, as we have used more than one move. Otherwise, if MV is not less than 0, then just return 1, stating that yeah, it is possible to make it a palindrome by removing exactly one character. Okay, so again let me repeat, no need to worry about this being so tough or not. It's nothing like that. You just need to pause it for a while, think upon it, like which condition matches with which code. So here I have also written some sample cases for your reference, and then you will definitely understand this. Now let's check our code with some sample cases. So yeah, it has got compiled successfully. Now let's run it. Yes, it is possible to make the string palindrome by removing exactly one character. Okay, just for simplicity, let's do this new line character, and here also new line character. Similarly, EMDL new character and new line character. Okay, now let's check. I have compiled it, I'm running it. Yeah, it is possible. Now let's take the second case, which is a bit complicated. ABEC BEA. So if it runs for this, then we know that yeah, our code is handling all the cases. So now it should return 0, because here we need to remove at least 2 characters to make it a palindrome. No, it is not possible to make the string palindrome. So yeah, our code is running fine. Now let's take this string as a final to check whether we are handling this case as well. So here it should return 1. Why? Because when we remove this E, we can make it a palindrome, right? So exactly removal of one character is possible here to make it a palindrome. Let's recompile, because we have made changes to our code, and let's rerun it. No, it is not possible to make the string palindrome by removing. Okay, so it is not running. Let's check what's the fault here is. MV minus R-1. Okay. Okay, got it. So just wait for a while, I'll explain. Okay, so let me tell you what was wrong, and that's how you need to decode your code. So writing this condition was giving it a wrong answer. Why? Because within this we are checking if MV equals to 0, directly return 0, which is incorrect. Why? Just think of this case. Here we are removing this and MV becomes 0 before completing the string, that is inside here as well, and that's why, because of this condition, the code was not functioning well. So this is how you should debug your code, and that's how I tried. I just checked the value of MV and then I understood what the actual error was. Now our code is perfect to run for each and every string. For this case, yeah, it is giving yes, it is possible to make it a palindrome. So thanks for watching. We'll recommend you to just go through this code again and again by taking some sample cases of your own, and then you will definitely understand it in a very better manner. Okay, all the very best.